Hey everyone, it's that guy over there again, bringing another tactics video with this Blood Angels list I was previewing. So I don't have, there's still a group of 10 back there, so really this is just 21 guys back here. But I think one of the big synergies with this list is this rolling roadblock of vehicles. Um, so, I mean, you can't really use this if, say, you're playing against, because one of the big opponents, the big ones I think about that are going to try to table me through their shooting is Tau and Eldar. So this doesn't work as well if your Tau opponent brought a Riptide with the large blast weapon. I can't remember what it's called because it would just kill off your guys. You get a cover, well, probably wouldn't even get a cover save because of all the marker lights and things like that. But against Eldar, if they're not bringing like fire prisms or something, you're there's a lot of ballistic skill based shooting out there, so this is kind of for that type. So I'm going to get down on ground level with these vehicles, and I know that it's kind of hard to see. I think I see one guy, two guys, but you see how effective that is at blocking them off. Let me try. So it really does work well. And this whole front roadblock, you know, it goes from being here. So if this was like your opponent, your 12-inch line, to here all in the first turn. Now they're on the midpoint, and they're going to be lighting you up with these two demolisher cannons and all the weapons from the Land Raider. So everybody moves up 12 inches. And then you're engaging targets. So I really think that's a good synergy for just bowling through some firepower and getting to your opponent's lines. I know there's a guy at my shop that runs Tau, and he just has a big fire base in the middle. And if he did that, this would be like the perfect counter for it. Alternatively, on the first turn, you can, when you deploy, I guess, you can set your guy out like this. And now it's almost completely blocked off. And then obviously for your first turn, you would shoot. You would pivot around and then move 12 inches forward. So, yeah. So there's that. I think that would be pretty potent. Now, say you're playing on a area without a lot of terrain, and let's say they brought a lot of lances or something. I don't know. Something that would threaten your vehicles. You can also use your guys as screens for your... Let's just grab these guys over here. So you could use these guys as screens for your vehicles too, because they're so fast. Your jump packs. I mean, you would be giving a cover save now with the demolisher cannons, but maybe that's worth it. So if you could have a screen up front also to you know, obviously with some better coverage, to try to cover up 25% and then jump out of the way. So maybe one unit, it would be worth it to screen with the first turn. But there's a couple different options for it with that, because basically you want to be in close combat turn 2, and you can definitely do that with this list. With so many jump packs, you would have your 30 guys in combat turn 2. Your Land Raider doesn't necessarily need to fire. I mean, the Multi-Melta might be nice, the Soul Cannon would be okay, but you could just flat out with him too and get him 6 inches forward, and then on your turn you move 6 inches, disembark 6 inches, and then you're charging with those guys inside also. I wonder if I'd have to. Oh wait, I think it says infantry unit. There's a power in the Blood Angels book now that lets you move 12 inches in the psychic phase, but I think you have to cast on a non-vehicle unit, because that'd be kind of cool to like teleport your guys around. Okay, so what else do these Vindicators? What other purpose do they serve? Now, say when you get to your final, because on your second turn, if you're going to be like really close within assault range, you probably don't want to shoot these. If you're trying to go for that big, you know, just blitz attack. So what you can do is come in like this, right? So you move like this. You're going to have your guys loaded up in between. This is perfect for Tau. Because Tau can overwatch with their whole army if they wanted to, as long as they're all within 6 inches of each other, which is ridiculous, but whatever. So, just getting it all lined up. So these are all your squads or whatever. And then you've got your, well, I've got Mephiston with his group up front. We'll just set these guys out for now. Okay, so this is kind of what you're, so you moved up 12, shot, moved up 12, these guys probably flatted out. Well, this guy would be way back. He'd be at 6 inches or whatever. And then these guys would be here. Okay, so if you came in like this, say your unit that you wanted to assault, there was like a couple of units here that you wanted to assault, you would come in like this, and let's get down. So basically what you're doing is you're blocking line of sight for your, for Overwatch. So you got your Tau Fire Warriors over here, you know, that even if they were able to kill off this guy, now they can't see anybody. So if there was like, you know, like crisis suits or whatever over here, now they can't overwatch as you charge into this unit over here. Same from this side. You come over here, you can't see hard, you know, maybe this guy's, you can see, but yeah, you'd just be getting in close and blocking some Overwatch shots as best you can with those Vindicators as they came in. Because after that, now the next turn, everybody, all these guys, after they've killed off whoever they're going to kill in here, this will probably be cover, because any kind of static fire base is going to be in cover. So now you're in cover, you do what you need to do. And then you're just blossoming out from there, so all your jump pack guys can jump over and start cleaning up the rest of the army too. Skimmers, chasing down skimmers, I mean, you're probably all just going to be online on your deployment zone, to be honest. Just one big long line of troops, and you're just going to jump forward, run, jump forward, run until you're within assault range, and then really it would just take, if they each get 5 strength, 5 attacks, they're hitting on 3s, so you need to do 3 hull points, so that means you need 9 hits, so really just 12 attacks, so 3 guys need to make it in to wreck one pretty reliably with skimmers. So and you have 3 units plus the one inside, and then plus you could be shooting you with your Vindicators, just to keep, and really the Vindicators are just there for to keep them thinking about, should I jink, because sometimes they're going to jink, and then now they're going to be snapshotting. So if you didn't have that pressure, they wouldn't even have to think about it. They just never would, and they would shoot off all their Wave Serpent shields every turn and stuff, because they're either going to say, I'm going to jink, or I'm going to save my Wave Serpent shield so I can negate these penetrating hits as they come in. So regardless, it'd be rough as a Eldar player trying to gun this list down, I think. So meanwhile, in the back, those 2 scout units are just holding objectives or whatever they need to do, moving up to get the relic and then trying to carry it back. The Land Raider, see how it's kind of farther back? I could pivot, spin it around, or so go spin it around and go pick up the scouts and then drive around with the relic inside. I know that's kind of a mean tactic, but I'd always have the relic. So, because it'd be inside my Land Raider. But, yeah, so it would be... This is a really aggressive list. It's a lot different from Commissar Warwick's. Because his is more... It's got like a combined arms approach, which I like because with my Tyranid videos, I'm not sure if I had it in here. Maybe I wrote that somewhere. You have to have push and pull units. So, and that's what I used to call it. So the pull units are the ones that you're shooting from long range. So, for instance, Commissar Warwick has 4 tactical Marines squads with lascans and missile launchers. So you're shooting from far away, and those are your pull units, which I think is important because it makes people come to you, or at least draws their attention and puts pressure on their units, because across the table you're putting pressure on them. If you have all pull units, you're going to find people coming towards you to try to, because they don't beat you with fire superiority. So, so you have to have some push units too. So he has Terminators, some Death Company, and some other things to kind of push them back. So what you want is to reach out, pull people in, and then at the same time, your other hand is a fist to punch them back. So this list is all fist though. This one is just punching forward. So anyway, let me know what you think about the tactics. You know, I'd like to do more videos like this, so please feel free to let me know. All right, thank you. Bye.